This is the IELTS listening test. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Part 1. You will hear a conversation between 2 friends, Sarah and Tom, discussing an upcoming charity marathon. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 4. Now listen and answer questions 1 to 4.
Hey Tom, have you seen the details about the charity marathon next month? I'm signing up, and I think you should too.
Oh yeah, I saw the flyer. It sounds like a great cause, but I don't know if I'm ready for something like that.
Why not? It's for charity, and it's not just about the running. Plus, there's a 5K option if the full marathon seems too much for you.
It's not just the distance. I don't feel fit enough. I haven't gone for a run in, well, ages. Plus, I don't even have the right shoes anymore. My old ones are practically falling apart.
Don't worry about that. You can get a new pair at the sports store nearby, and if you're nervous about training, I've got just the solution. There's a running group I've been going to, and they're super supportive. They help with everything from pacing yourself to avoiding injuries.
A running group? I didn't know you were so serious about this. How long have you been going?
About 3 months now. It's really helped me get into a routine. We meet every Saturday morning, and the coach gives personalized advice. Honestly, it's a great way to stay motivated.
That actually sounds pretty good. I've been meaning to get back into shape, and having a group might help me stick to it. But do you think I can still join, even if I'm way out of practice?
Absolutely. We've got beginners and more experienced runners, and everyone's really encouraging. You'll fit right in.
That's tempting. And what about the marathon itself? Is there anything special for the participant?
Oh yeah, everyone who finishes gets a personalized medal, and there's a donation made in your name to the charity. Plus, they're organizing a big after-party with live music and food stalls. It's going to be a lot of fun.
A personalized medal and an after-party? Now you're really convincing me. Maybe this could be just the thing to kickstart my fitness journey again.
That's the spirit. You'll be amazed at how quickly you can improve with a little training. Let's sign you up, and I'll make sure you're ready for the big day.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 5 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 5 to 10.
Okay, Sarah, I'm in. But tell me more about the marathon day itself. What's the schedule like?
Great. So, the event is on June 12th. It starts early, around 8 a.m., with the full marathon runners heading off first. The full marathon is 42 kilometers long, starting from City Park, going through the entire downtown area.
Wow, 42 kilometers through downtown. That's intense. I don't know if I could handle that. What about the half marathon?
The half marathon is more manageable. It's 21 kilometers, starting along the Riverside Trail. It's a beautiful route along the river, so at least you've got some nice views to distract you.
That sounds better, but still challenging. Do they provide anything during the race to keep us going?
Absolutely. There are water stations along the full and half marathon courses so you can stay hydrated. The 10K run, which is 10 kilometers along the main road, has a few snack stops too.
Good to know. I'll need all the help I can get to survive those kilometers. What about the family fun run?
That one's much shorter, only 5 kilometers, and it's on the lakeside path. It's perfect for families and beginners. At the end, everyone gets a participation medal, so it's a nice little reward for the effort.
Sounds like they've got something for everyone. And what about the after party you mentioned?
That's the best part. Once all the races are over, they're setting up at the festival grounds, which is just a short walk from City Park. There'll be live music, food trucks, and even a charity auction with some really cool items up for grabs. It's a chance to celebrate and relax after all that running.
A charity auction too? They're really going all out. Do you have to pay to join the after party?
Nope, it's included for all participants. Family and friends can join in as well for a small donation. And don't forget, all finishers get that personalized medal, plus a donation made in their name.
Wow, they've really thought of everything. This is shaping up to be an amazing event. I'm glad you convinced me to join.
Me too. We're gonna have a blast. Just wait until you cross that finish line. It'll be worth every step.
Part 2. You will hear a manager of a fitness and wellness center talking to some new members. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 13. Now listen and answer questions 11 to 13.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Lisa Brown, and I'm the Senior Manager here at Harmony Health and Wellness Centre. I'd like to welcome you all, and I hope you're excited to begin your journey towards a healthier lifestyle with us. Before we start our tour of the facilities, I'll go over some key information, including recent upgrades we've made and the different membership options available to you. One of our standout features is the yoga and meditation studio, which has been recently renovated. We've installed a state-of-the-art sound system, and the entire space has been redesigned to enhance your relaxation and focus. The calming colours, soft lighting, and carefully selected materials create an atmosphere where you can truly unwind and find your inner peace. We've also expanded the studio to accommodate more members during peak times, so you'll find it easier to book a session that fits your schedule. Next, let me talk about our outdoor fitness area. This is another part of the centre that we've made significant improvements to. We've added new equipment, including a range of resistance machines and free weights, and there's even a space dedicated to functional fitness and boot camp style workouts. We've also installed new flooring that's easier on the joints and reduces the risk of injury. This area is ideal for those of you who enjoy exercising in the fresh air and with plenty of space around you. As for our indoor facilities, we also have a swimming pool, which is 30 meters long. It's not Olympic-sized, but it's perfect for lap swimming and aqua fitness classes. The pool is always maintained at a comfortable temperature, and the surrounding deck area has plenty of lounges for you to relax after your swim. Just like our outdoor area, the pool area has been upgraded with new safety features and better lighting to enhance your experience. Additionally, our fitness suite is equipped with all the latest machines, including the newest models of treadmills, ellipticals, and weight training machines. We also offer a wide range of free weights and functional training equipment. Every member receives a full orientation on how to use the equipment safely, and there are always trainers on hand to assist you if you need help or advice. Finally, I'd like to mention our spa facilities. These include saunas, steam rooms and a hot tub, which are perfect for relaxing your muscles after a workout. We also offer a range of spa treatments, such as massages and facials, and these can be booked at the reception area. We've recently introduced new packages that combine fitness and spa services, giving you the best of both worlds.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 14 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 14 to 20.
One of the key aspects of our service is ensuring that all our members receive the support and guidance they need to achieve their fitness and wellness goals. To this end, every new member begins their journey with a comprehensive health assessment. This assessment allows us to understand your current fitness level, any health issues you might have, and your personal goals. Based on this information, we can create a customized fitness plan that's tailored to your needs. During your first session, a personal trainer will take you through a series of tests and measurements. These will include a cardiovascular test, strength and flexibility assessments, and a discussion about your diet and lifestyle. It's very important that you're honest about any health problems or concerns you have so that we can ensure your safety and design a program that's right for you. Once your health assessment is complete, the trainer will draw up a 6-week program that outlines the exercises you should be doing and the frequency with which you should be working out. You'll then have a review at the end of the 6 weeks to discuss your progress and make any necessary adjustments to your program. In terms of membership options, we offer a variety of packages to suit different needs and budgets. All memberships require a joining fee of $120. This fee covers the initial health assessment and the creation of your personalized fitness plan. Our Platinum membership is the most comprehensive option. It gives you unlimited access to all our facilities, including the yoga studio, pool, fitness suite, and spa. You'll also receive 5 guest passes each month, so you can bring friends or family members with you to the center. This membership is ideal for those who plan to use the facilities frequently and want the flexibility to attend any class or use any service at any time. For those who might not need such extensive access, our Silver membership is a great option. It provides access to the fitness suite and pool during off-peak hours, and you'll still have access to a selection of classes. This membership is perfect for individuals who have a more consistent routine and prefer to work out during quieter times. We also have a student membership for those of you who are currently studying. This membership is offered at a discounted rate and provides full access to all facilities during off-peak hours, along with a free induction session with a personal trainer. Lastly, it's important to remember that all members must present their membership card each time they visit the center. Without it, you won't be able to access the facilities, so make sure you bring it with you every time.
Part 3. You will hear a student called Alex talking to his supervisor about the progress on his dissertation project. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Hi, Alex. It's good to see you. How's everything coming along with your dissertation?
Hi, Professor. It's going well, I think. I've been working on refining my research question, and I've also started gathering some initial data.
That's good to hear. I've had a look at your research proposal. It's clear you've put a lot of thought into it. However, I do have a few concerns.
Okay, what specifically?
Well, first of all, your research question is interesting and relevant, but I'm worried it might be a bit too broad. You've got a lot of ground to cover, and I'm not sure it's feasible within the scope of a dissertation. I'd recommend narrowing it down a bit.
I see what you mean. I was actually considering focusing more on a specific aspect of the topic.
That could be a good approach. What aspect were you thinking of?
I was thinking of honing in on the impact of digital transformation on small businesses, rather than businesses in general.
That sounds more manageable. Now, about your methodology. I noticed you're planning to collect data through surveys. Have you thought about how you'll ensure the data is robust enough to support your analysis?
Yes, I'm planning to survey a significant number of small business owners across different sectors. I'm also considering supplementing the survey with some interviews to get deeper insights.
That's a good idea, especially the interviews. But make sure you have a solid plan for reaching your survey target. Your timeline is tight, and gathering enough responses might take longer than you expect.
I'll take that into account. Maybe I should start reaching out to potential respondents earlier.
That would be wise. I'd also suggest you focus on developing a stronger theoretical framework. It will help guide your analysis and give your dissertation more academic rigor.
I'll work on that. Actually, I was inspired to choose this topic after attending a lecture on digital transformation last semester. The speaker made some compelling points, and it really got me thinking about how it affects smaller businesses.
That's great to hear. Passion for your topic can make a huge difference in your work. Now let's move on to your literature review.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 25 to 30. Now listen and answer questions 25 to 30.
So about the literature review. I've gathered quite a few articles and papers, but I'm not sure if I'm focusing on the right aspects.
That's normal at this stage. I'd suggest you focus on 3 main areas. First, you need a solid theoretical framework, as we discussed earlier. Make sure you include recent theories on digital transformation.
Got it. What else?
Second, look into some case studies of small businesses that have undergone digital transformation. This will give you practical examples to discuss in your analysis.
That sounds useful. And the third area?
I'd recommend paying attention to the ethical considerations of digital transformation. It's an emerging area, and it could add a unique angle to your dissertation.
I hadn't thought about that, but it makes sense. I'll look into it.
Good. Now, for your data collection, you should aim for at least 150 survey responses to ensure your data is statistically significant.
That seems achievable.
And for the interviews, try to keep them concise, no longer than 30 minutes each. This will help you manage your time effectively and make it easier to analyze the responses.
That's a good point. I'll make sure to prepare some focused questions so that the interviews don't run too long.
Exactly. It's also important to stay on schedule with your literature review. I'd recommend aiming to finish it by the end of October. That will give you plenty of time to focus on your data collection and analysis.
October sounds doable. I'll prioritize that over the next few weeks.
Excellent. And remember, the clearer your literature review is, the easier it will be to draw connections between existing research and your own findings.
I'll keep that in mind. I want to make sure everything is logically structured.
Structure is key. One last thing. When you're writing up your findings, make sure to relate them back to your research question and the theoretical framework you've set up. It's easy to get lost in the details, but always keep the big picture in mind.
Definitely. I'll make sure everything ties together.
Great. Well, it sounds like you're on the right track. Keep me posted on your progress, and if you hit any roadblocks, don't hesitate to reach out.
Thanks, Professor. I really appreciate your guidance. I'll be in touch soon with an updated draft and some preliminary data.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Good luck, Alex.
Thank you.
Part 4. You will hear a marine biologist giving a presentation on the restoration of coral reefs in the Caribbean. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 32. Now listen and answer questions 31 to 32.
For today's presentation, I want to discuss the restoration efforts for coral reefs in the Caribbean, particularly focusing on the challenges and successes we've encountered. Coral reefs are vital ecosystems, providing habitat for countless marine species and protecting coastal areas from erosion and storm surges. However, they are under severe threat from climate change, pollution, and destructive fishing practices. One of the main problems we face is coral bleaching, a process where corals expel the symbiotic algae living within their tissues, causing them to turn white. This is primarily due to rising ocean temperatures. When coral bleaching occurs, the corals are still alive, but they are under significant stress and are more susceptible to disease. In recent years, several projects have been launched to help restore these vital ecosystems. One approach involves coral gardening, where fragments of healthy coral are collected, grown in underwater nurseries, and then transplanted back onto degraded reefs. This method has shown promise, but it is labor-intensive and requires careful monitoring. Another method being explored is the breeding of corals that are more resilient to warmer waters and ocean acidification. Scientists are experimenting with crossbreeding different species of coral to create hybrids that can withstand more extreme conditions. These hybrids are then introduced to the reef, where they can hopefully pass on their resilient traits to future generations. A third strategy involves working with local communities to reduce harmful activities, such as overfishing and coastal development, that exacerbate the stress on coral reefs. By promoting sustainable fishing practices and responsible tourism, we can help alleviate some of the pressure on these fragile ecosystems. In addition to these active restoration efforts, there is also a focus on protecting existing reefs through the establishment of marine protected areas, MPAs. These areas are off-limits to activities like fishing and boating, allowing the reefs to recover naturally. The success of MPAs depends largely on enforcement and community support. Overall, the restoration of coral reefs is a complex and ongoing process. It requires a combination of scientific innovation, community involvement, and policy support. While there is still much work to be done, the progress made so far is encouraging. Through continued collaboration and dedication, we can help ensure that coral reefs continue to thrive for generations to come.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 33 to 40. Now listen and answer questions 33 to 40.
One of the key challenges we face in coral restoration is the need for long-term monitoring. Coral reefs are slow-growing ecosystems, and it can take years or even decades to see the full impact of restoration efforts. This means that we need to be patient and persistent in our work. Monitoring involves regularly checking the health of the transplanted corals, recording their growth rates, and assessing the overall biodiversity of the reef. This data is crucial for understanding what methods are most effective and for making adjustments to our strategies as needed. Another important aspect of coral restoration is education and outreach. It's essential that local communities and tourists understand the value of coral reefs and the importance of protecting them. Many organizations run programs that teach people about the threats to coral reefs and how they can help. These programs often include activities like snorkeling tours, where participants can see the restoration work firsthand and learn about the different species that inhabit the reef. One of the most exciting developments in coral restoration is the use of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning. These technologies are being used to analyze large datasets collected from the reefs, helping scientists to identify patterns and make predictions about the future health of the reefs. For example, AI can help predict which areas of the reef are most likely to suffer from bleaching, allowing us to target our restoration efforts more effectively. Another innovative approach is the use of coral larval reseeding. In this process, coral larvae are collected during the spawning season, reared in a controlled environment, and then released back onto the reef. This method has the potential to increase the genetic diversity of the coral population, which is crucial for building resilience against environmental stressors. It's also worth mentioning the role of policy and regulation in coral reef restoration. Governments and international organizations play a crucial role in setting regulations that protect coral reefs from activities like illegal fishing and coastal development. They also provide funding for research and restoration projects, which is essential for the long-term success of these efforts. Finally, it's important to recognize that coral reef restoration is not just about protecting marine life. It's also about supporting the millions of people who rely on reefs for their livelihoods. In many parts of the world, coral reefs are the foundation of local economies, providing income through fishing, tourism, and other industries. By restoring and protecting coral reefs, we are also helping to ensure the economic stability of these communities. In conclusion, coral reef restoration is a multifaceted effort that requires the collaboration of scientists, policymakers, and local communities. While the challenges are significant, the progress made so far is a testament to what can be achieved when we work together towards a common goal. With continued innovation and dedication, we can help safeguard these incredible ecosystems for the future.